motherfucker playing with me?
Can y'all guess where I'm at? Yeah. So I'm so annoyed right now. Everybody keeps asking me for an update on what's going on, and to be honest, I haven't been able to give y'all one because life is crazy. I look insane. Don't judge me, okay? And this is an allergic reaction, not a hickey, for everyone that's gonna clock me for that too. As you can see, I'm going through some things just by my hair and my appearance. I think I'm just gonna get myself together and sit down because honestly I'm just pretty frustrated at the moment. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead but I just this is me at the courthouse. I have to come again. So yeah, great. So I know I look nuts, and I literally have not done anything. I just woke up, ate breakfast, and decided I should kind of give you guys the update while I'm doing my makeup. Because I'm so over it. I'm not feeling it. Not that I'm not even feeling it, because like my life is pretty great right now. Can't even lie. I have no complaints on what's going on besides this. Yeah, so let's get into it, shall we? Because I'm on my way obviously I'm not on my way. I'm going to the courthouse later today because I don't even know where to begin. So basically, when I made that video when I went to the courthouse, I filed the small claims thing, right? I told y'all about that. Cool. So I filed it, cool, everything was good to go, boom, bang, pow. That day, I filed the small claims, cool. The next week, they called me and they said that I could come in, get my paperwork, and that was gonna give me the court date. So the court date that I had was for June 29th. Today is the 28th, so tomorrow, okay? So I was just like, all right, cool. Mind you, that was back in May. This was like May, because it was like more than a month. This was like May 18th probably. I don't remember, but I knew it was more than a month. So I was like, oh, cool. Like I'm chilling until June. It gets me time to prepare myself, blah, 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 whatever. So I was so like chilling, like nothing cool. I know courts take a long time. That's why when everybody just kept asking me for an update, I'm like, I don't have an update to give y'all. I just filed paperwork. My court date isn't until June 29th. So cool, I go on to live my life. I'm living, doing my thing. Thank you. So I go on to live my life, whatever. And like I said in my last video, I went to go visit my sisters in Tennessee. So I had basically planned the trip so that I would get back right before the court date or whatever, because when I got the paperwork, they said the court date was either going to be in Zoom or at the courthouse. So I would have to call a couple days prior to see if it was going to be on Zoom or at the courthouse. And I wanted to stay in Tennessee a little bit longer because I love my nephew so much. He's so perfect. I wanted to stay in Tennessee a little bit longer, but because the court date was on the 29th, I was like, let me just come back to Miami and, deal with it that way. Cool. So I get a call from my dad while I'm in Tennessee, and he's saying that I have this like packet from the Miami courthouse. And so I was just like, okay, open it, tell me what it says, whatever. So what my dad did was he opened it and just sent me pictures of all of the things. And basically it's saying that They tried to serve this woman with the papers, and she's nowhere to be found. If y'all only understand my frustration. Bro, this lady was at the suite every day. Every day this woman was at the freaking suite. And now all of a sudden, she's nowhere to be found. So I'm just like, okay, so I got a paper that basically says return of service, which is basically saying that they can't find her. And this is the part that gets me like so annoyed, because I'm like, if you did not do anything wrong, if you were just so in your right to do what you did, right? Why are you like dodging, you know? Because they called her, they went to the place multiple times, and you know, the sheriff is the one that does that. So they go to her place multiple times, no response from her. She's not in, right? And then they called her, left a voicemail twice. You're still nowhere to be found. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that wild to me? I'm just like so annoyed by it, because I'm just like, what are you dodging for? Like, you didn't do anything wrong. This is the part that's like getting on my last nerve. If you didn't do anything wrong, like, okay, give it to me. Like, what is this? Like, what do I have to do? I would be annoyed, but I'd just be like, what? You know, handle my business. But of course, this woman is a loser and does stuff like this and can't handle the repercussions of her own actions. So annoyed. So that was the day that I went to the courthouse. And by the way, I don't know if you guys can see. You guys see this texture on my forehead? I'm getting these really bad allergic reactions, and they look crazy. Like, I had it, like, I busted out in like this weird reaction on my neck that finally went away, thank God. But it was like down to here. I had a really bad allergic reaction, and now I'm like still reacting weird. I don't know if it's the transition from going to Tennessee back to Florida type deal, but my skin is acting out, and I'm actually really sad about the mask mandate being over, because I kind of really liked the fact that I didn't have to show my face. I really enjoyed that. And now, you know, when everybody else is not wearing a mask and you are, which I'm already vaccinated, so literally I don't have to wear a mask, but I choose one. I always wear my mask. Like, I've been vaccinated for a minute now, and I still wear my mask, because I'm just like, please don't look at me. Just don't, okay? Like, you don't need to see what I got going on under here. But anyway, so that's why I went to the courthouse last week, because my court date is tomorrow, and I'm just like, okay, if you guys weren't able to serve her, what does that mean? Like, do I still have the court date tomorrow? Like, what's the tea? So when I went, he told me that I had to come back because the courthouse is finally open again to the public. So he told me that I would have to come and do a reset. So that's what I'm getting ready for now. I'm very much annoyed by it, very much just like, ugh, okay, whatever. So that's what you guys are going to come with me to go figure out. So that's why y'all haven't gotten an update, because I haven't had anything to update y'all. It's really just a sitting and waiting game until something happens. So In the meantime, I'm just going to continue to upload my regular content and, you know, do what I gotta do with my life, which I don't even know what I'm doing with my life, but neither here nor there. I'm still living it. So, but yeah, I thought I would just let y'all know. So once I get done with my makeup and my hair and I get myself together, once I go to the courthouse, I will let y'all know the tea. So in the meantime, to relieve my stress, I'm going to continue to watch YouTube videos. Let me know who you guys are watching, because I kind of watch the same people over and over again. I just watch people's old content because I don't know. There's like an influx. There are certain YouTubers that I watch like their videos. I should talk about that more, like YouTubers that I like watching. But I really like to keep it more so like the smaller scale of YouTubers. I don't really like big YouTubers very much, or at all, to be honest. And like the whole Trisha Paytas thing that just went on, that everybody like went crazy for because the frenemies. It's just another reason to piss me off, and I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So, but let me know who you guys are watching. Preferably smaller YouTubers. Yeah. Anyway, let me finish this up. Honestly, annoyed isn't even the freaking word. So I come down here because they told me that I had to come down here to speak to the reset department, okay? So that's what I did. And basically, I have to come back again tomorrow and get the freaking, I have to come back here tomorrow to my court date, and then they're gonna to tell them that, oh, she couldn't get served or whatever. So then I have to get a reset date, so they'll move the date down again, and then I have to go back to the reset place to give them a money order and basically just redo this process again, and then get a new court date again. And I'm just like, why couldn't y'all just say that the first time that I came here? Like, this is not something. And I'm just annoyed too, because this could have been said over the phone. I did not have to come down here and do all of this. I'm just annoyed, okay? I'm really just freaking annoyed, if you can't tell. And I'm just like, obviously, y'all are gonna reset this and make me serve her again. If she was not at the place the first time, like, how many times am I supposed to serve this woman? Like, oh my God. I need to calm down. I'm just really annoyed right now. I'm over it. And of course, like, the places don't take cash or credit card, so everything has to be through money order. So I have to go get the money order. I'm just like really annoyed. This is, and I wasted an outfit. Like, I did not have to like get dressed for this. So whatever. I'm just going to see what happens tomorrow, because apparently tomorrow all they're gonna tell me is that I have to come back down here to reset this, get a new court date. I'm so annoyed. And like, this is nothing, like, because I talked to the lawyer that I have, and she's basically just told me, like, this is just one of those instances where, like, even if I went through a lawyer, like, they would just have to do this process all over again for me, and I would still have to wait until she got served. And I'm just really annoyed. So yeah, there's that. I'll keep you guys updated. The frustration thickens. So I don't know. This is probably my fault, whatever. So basically, I went to the courthouse yesterday, and the guy told me that I'd have to come back, go to my court hearing, and then I would have to pay for the thing and all this other stuff, right? It is 11:30. My court hearing isn't until 1:30, and I got dressed and ready because I thought I had to be at the courthouse. And so when I called just to verify, it's through Zoom still. So I'm literally ready and dressed as if I have to go somewhere, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying my butt at home. So, needless to say, at least I know now. It's on Zoom, whatever. I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'll probably try to record it, to be honest. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, there's that. Guys, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I want to go crazy. I am, and I'm trying to be as calm and positive as I can, and I'm getting very anxious and worked up. But I feel like I'm not doing a good job. I have been vlogging for like the past couple days, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job of explaining what's happening. Okay, so this is me getting myself together, trying to explain to y'all what is happening with my whole court hearing thing. I went to the courthouse and they told me that I had to come back on Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna insert that part of the vlog, but yeah. So then I go on Monday, yesterday. My court hearing is today. So I went on Monday and I told them, they told me to come here, whatever. So they sent me to this one guy. I was getting so frustrated because literally this man, I understand that you are not supposed to give me any legal advice. You don't really care. Your job is to file the paperwork, do your thing, whatever. But I got sent here to you because you're the one that's supposed to tell me what to do. And this man, it was pulling teeth to get this guy to tell me what I was supposed to do. And it would be he would tell me oh, well, you need a money order and you need 2 different money orders. And I'd be okay, to who? To the court of clerks and the sheriff's department. Okay, how much? That's how the conversation was going. It was okay, if I'm supposed to do something, can you just tell me what I'm supposed to do, sir? I don't understand why you're just being so vague, why you're just not, I was getting extremely frustrated yesterday. It was getting on my last nerve. And so basically he told me that I still have my court date. I still have to show up to my court date. I have to show the judge that they couldn't serve her. And then basically reset everything to try to get them to serve her again, and then get the court date, whatever. See how that works out. So basically, I talked to the lawyer that I told y'all about. She basically said that it's just all you can do is once she gets served, you can't really do anything until she gets served. So it's just a matter of the waiting game and having to do this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm really, really annoyed today because the guy told me to come back to the courthouse. So my court hearing was at 1:30. And so I got up early because I had to go get my boyfriend. It was just a whole, it was supposed to be a whole thing, right? And I was let me just verify because the courts are open. They opened up the courthouse to the public. It's not closed anymore. But they opened it up. However, on my paperwork, it says that it's through Zoom. So I was let me just verify that it is on Zoom because I didn't want it to be on Zoom and I'll be at the courthouse, or it's at the courthouse and I'm at home waiting on Zoom. So I called some number. I literally had to call like 50 different numbers for some person to tell me that it was through Zoom. So it's literally 11:30 right now. I'm dressed and ready to go nowhere because I didn't have to get dressed or ready. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can record the hearing since it's on Zoom. I don't know. But I'm just really annoyed and I'm trying to just be calm and be positive and optimistic. But I'm just so annoyed and it's just about waiting. We are waiting. I'm really frustrated because I'm just like, this woman. But I wanted to include this. I wanted to make sure I included this to let you guys know that it's not easy. This is not an easy process. It's not a quick one. This is me, you know, trying to get as much as I can out to y'all, but also like I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. And it's annoying because like I know people are like, it's not worth it. But it's like I'm still going to keep on keeping on. Okay, I refuse to let this go. So anyway, I just thought I'd put this in here because my last few clips have been very not a good time. So anyway, I have literally hours to spare now, so I might just I don't know. I don't even want to deal with Starbucks because if Starbucks messes up my drink today, like I will literally like just jump out of a tree or something. Like I'm so over it. So I think I might just stay here, stay in my house, and just put up laundry or something. I don't know.
Is attached to the summons. It has to be. Okay, give me a moment, please.
¿Cuánto es?
Señora, por favor ponga en silencio a su teléfono. Puedo escuchar todo lo que está diciendo.
Llamada.
Señora, la que dijo 22 por tarjeta, puedo escuchar todo lo que está diciendo. Póngale el silencio a su teléfono, por favor.
I'm not going to be taking anybody out of turn. Everybody has to wait. I'm the one that calls the calendar. Nobody should be driving during pretrials. If anybody is found to be driving during pretrials, I will have a contempt proceeding. You must pay attention throughout this whole proceeding, no matter how long it takes. If I call your name and you do not answer, I don't care if it's because you didn't hear it, because you stepped away. You will be counted as not being here. You may suffer the consequence of a dismissal or a default, and you will have to have a motion for the court to even consider reversing that. So just because you are appearing remotely does not mean you can go do anything you want. Everybody should be dressed appropriately for court. Although you are appearing in a Zoom hearing, I do not want to see anybody with bathrobes, with towels on their hair, with, inappropriate clothing. Nobody should be doing anything else during this time. Okay, so if you're telling me that you can't participate because you're a doctor's hearing or a meeting or something like that, this is as if you were present in court. These are very long proceedings. There are over 176 people set for today, all at the same time. Remember, pay attention. Change your name, so make sure I know who you are, okay? And as soon as you hear your name called, unmute yourself. Otherwise, maintain yourself muted throughout the proceeding. I don't want to hear background noise. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you've not gotten service yet. You're gonna have to get a new date from the clerk of clerks. The clerk of the court, sorry.
Okay.
All right, and make sure that you serve her within the proper amount of time. You only have 120 days to serve. You have to make sure that you serve within that time. I'm not extending the time to serve, so if you need more time to serve before the time is up, you need to request a motion for extension of time, and you need to make sure it comes before me. It's not enough to just file it and never set it. You either set it for hearing or you submit it to. All right, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you too. Okay, so after literally 2 hours of being in Zoom court, okay? Oh my God. That was nuts. People are nuts. I'm telling you, like, I want to work in a courthouse, because do you know the story times I would have about people? I'm telling you, every single day I learn. People don't know how to listen. People don't know how to read. My God. Because, it was a joke. It was such a joke. And then, I'm going to see what, clips I can put in. Because there was just a lot of people's, personal information coming out. But it's right? Nobody gave instruction. Nobody said anything. We all just were in there, whatever. And then some lady just started saying her name and why she was there, and then it just started going on a row of people just saying, and nobody told us to do that. There was no instruction to do that. And so one of the ladies that worked for the court system, she was like, I didn't ask anybody to say their name or whatever, I don't know, stop, just put yourself on mute. People were not putting themselves on mute. That judge was something serious. She was over here I don't want to see, this is still a court. I don't want to see anybody out of dress code. You better not have a towel on your head. You better not have a robe on. Da 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 da. I was like, okay, all right, girl. But neither here nor there. Waste of 2 hours, because I was literally the last person, one of the last people. It was so annoying. But basically I just have to go back to the courthouse and refile this thing again. I'm just getting annoyed, because the thing with the court, right, is it's supposed to be for the people, but it's not. It's not made for the people. It's made in Shakespeare vocabulary in terms. You never know what is going on. I don't know. It's so weird. And so if you don't know, because that lady, she was going in on the lawyers. It was so, I was because a lawyer filed something wrong, and she was can you read this to me? Can you see what it says? So you understand that you didn't do what it was saying. I was like, Jesus. But yeah, she was something serious. But neither here nor there. In reference to my case and what I got going on, I have to go back to the courthouse to basically refile whatever. I don't know. I recorded it, so I gotta honestly, I'm just not in it today. I don't know what it is. Nothing really happened to me today. It's just one of those days where I'm just mentally checked out. I don't know if subconsciously this is getting to me. I don't know, but I'm just not all here today. So I called my boo, told him I was having a bad day, and he told me, let's go get crab legs and we're gonna go to the movies. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish this day off with some crab legs and the movies, because I'm over it. I'm so just over it. So that is the update for you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna add something else, because I kind of want this video to be up by the end of the week. So yeah, guys, I'm over here thinking like it's Thursday and it's only Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm not gonna end it here, but it might be to be continued. And if it's not, then sorry. What did I tell y'all? I get to the freaking courthouse. I file the paperwork, whatever. And I go to give this man the freaking money order. I said, I give him the money order. The same man that I told y'all about, right? He's like, oh, it's not $30, it's $40. You need to go get a money order for $40. Mad is not even the word anymore. Like, this shit is so annoying. I'm so, oh my God. I'm so mad, it's not even funny. Like, this freaking man told me that it was $30 for the sheriff's fee and $10 for the clerk of court's fee. Why is he now telling me that I'm missing $10 because it's actually a $40 sheriff's fee? Like, I've literally been walking around downtown trying to find a freaking bank that does money orders, and I'm so over it. Like, this is the same man I was talking about. You don't speak clearly. Like, I'm so pissed right now, it's not even funny. To wrap up this mighty long day, my God. By the way, if you hear yelling, my dog got into the trash, so my mom is just like letting him have it right now. You know, life of a Puerto Rican mother, you know. The dogs get treated the way we do. It's crazy. Anyway, so after a long day of going back and forth from the courthouse to the bank to, like, I've literally walked all of downtown looking for a bank to do a money order. And just like the interaction from going back, because the man that I was originally speaking to wasn't there, and then the girl, she had no idea. Do you guys know, this is just whatever, I wasn't gonna say this because it was gonna make me mad all over again, but I just have to put this in here. Do you guys know that the girl that was filing my paperwork after, when I gave her the second money order to add to whatever, she gave me a stack of my papers, like the copies of my paper. And I was like, are you sure these are mine? She's like, yeah, I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact that this is for you. I just don't know where this money order goes, whatever. And I'm just like, because I came in there. Okay, let me just give y'all the rundown. He told me when I went on Monday, he told me that I had to do a $30 money order for the sheriff, and I have to do a $10 money order for the court of clerks, or whatever it's called. So I did that. Y'all, I'm not even joking. I will put my hand on fire. This man said $30 for the sheriff's department, $10 for the clerk of courts. Okay, cool. So I did that. So then I come back and he was like, oh, I gave him the money orders, and he was like, oh no, this is supposed to be $40 for the sheriff's department and $10 for the court of clerks. And I'm just like, that's not what you told me, though. Because he remembered who I was. Because he was like, oh, why didn't you come back on Tuesday? And whatever. So I was just like, that's not what you told me. And then he was like, well, you can go across the street and they can do it. I was like, where? And then he was like, do you know where the old Starbucks is? Sir, why would I know where the old Starbucks is? The same man that I was telling y'all that he was just not giving me direct answers, and this is why I get so frustrated, because I'm just like, this stuff is not like Walmart. I can't just go to aisle 5, pick it up, you know, whatever. This is like the courthouse. I'm tired of coming back and forth here, you know. It's a process to get down here. So whatever, I go get the stupid money order. I come back, and then the girl, he wasn't there. I guess he was taking his lunch break. I don't know what he was doing, but the girl, basically, she had no idea what she was doing. She was just like, oh, I gave her the $10. I was like, hey, this is for the sheriff's fee that I have to pay. And she was like, no, this is for us. This is the clerk of courts, the $10 for the clerk of courts. And I was like, no, it's not. I already paid for the clerk of court fee. I need the sheriff's fee. I just need to add to the $30 that I already have for the sheriff's department. And then she was just like, oh, well, I don't know. I don't do this. I don't know, whatever. So then she gives me the stack of papers. It's all my filings, like all my whole case file or whatever. And she gives me like 3 packets of the same thing. And I was just like, she's like, let me go call somebody because I don't understand about the check, but I know for a fact like these two are for you. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah, I know that for a fact. So then the guy comes out, the original guy that I was working with, he comes out and he's like, oh, just come to my window. So then I give him the paper, what's it called? I give him the check. He gives me my paperwork, whatever. He gives me my court date, boom, bang, pow, okay? And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, and she gave me these 2, like, are these my copies? And he's like, no, like, give those back. I don't know why she gave them to you. That's the paper that I need for the court and that they're going to serve her with. So I'm just like, had I not been very adamant about the fact that, like, I shouldn't have these papers, I'm like, you would have let me walk away with the papers that I need so that she can get served. Now I understand why people be on the news for assaulting these people, because I'm just like, I know that like you don't care, right? Mind you, in the middle of all this, she's talking to some other coworker and they're like exchanging cash for like something. They're like, oh yeah, I owe you the $10 from last week, and I'm just like, I get it. This, like, you're over it. None of this stuff is a big deal to you. But, like, ma'am, I need this to happen. Like, I'm on a time limit. Like, I need this stuff to be filed. So, excuse me for asking you to do your job, you know? Let me relax. The day's over. It's done. I did my duty. But, yeah. So, I did not mean to go on this tangent, but I thought I would let you guys know. So, please say a prayer for me. Keep your fingers crossed that this woman gets served, because this has not been a very pleasant process, which I knew it wasn't going to be, so I'm not too about, but it's just, I wish we could do all this stuff online. Like, I genuinely wish this stuff could be online. Like, I don't want to deal with you people at all. Like, at all. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a new court date. It's not for a while. So just so y'all know, the update will take a minute. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video more than I did. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next one. So I hope you, I forgot to say, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.